Looking ahead to the 2014 class, a lot of eyes are on Jahlil Okafor. The star center at Chicago's Whitney Young is the top player in the country for next year, and just about every major program wants his commitment.
I think when you start talking about what makes Jahlil great on the basketball court as a basketball player is his, first of all, his feel for the basketball game, the way he plays the game, and the tremendous skills that he has as a basketball player.
I don't think anyone works as hard as he does, and that's not a knock to any other player at all. And I'm able to watch firsthand what goes into his skills and abilities. I mean, he just don't take his talent for granted. He works at it, and he works hard at it.
But Jahlil's road to the top hasn't been without challenges. When he was 9 years old, his mother passed away due to complications from bronchitis. It was a lot to handle for a 9-year-old, but Jahlil got through the grief thanks to the support of his family.
My mom passed. It was probably the saddest point of my life. It was. But my family, I have an aunt. That's my dad's older sister, and she's taken the role of my mom. She's like, I call her my auntie mom because she just does so much for me.
It was extremely difficult, but he handled it. He handled it so well. I say all the time, that's probably was the most proudest moment I had as far as a father, just watching how he handled the situation. Later on in the future, you can see how he put that energy into basketball. I mean, he could have used that as an excuse to do so many other things, but he has never. I mean, he's humble, he's gracious, and then he works hard.
Basketball became not just an escape, but a passion for Jahlil. His mom got him involved with the game when he was 7, and shortly after her passing, Jahlil had the experience of winning a national tournament in Orlando.
What I remember most about it is that after the tournament was over, I saw him just go sit to the side where the rest of the team was cheering and hollering. He just went and took a moment to go sit down, gather himself, and kind of like said thank you, because he felt like someone was watching him, someone was helping him through this tournament. And from then on, I mean, he's just been focused.
Jahlil's father, Chuck, grew up in Chicago, and the two of them eventually settled there. Chuck Okafor wanted to find the right school for his son, and Whitney Young was the perfect fit.
The real strange thing that many people don't know is that Jahlil's father sought out Whitney Young, and it was not about basketball. You know, when I first had an opportunity to have a conversation with him, his conversation to me was more about academics. It wasn't even about basketball. I didn't know who he was, had no idea who this young person was until his father reached out to the school. I mean, that really is the real adoring fact of Whitney Young.
I mean, that's something that my father always preached. I mean, he was never the supportive type when it came to sports, but when it came to academics, that's what he pushed.
Once he got into the school, Jahlil discovered he was going to be a part of one of the best basketball programs, not just in Chicago, but the country.
I came up here in 7th grade. I had no idea about the basketball team here at all. I had no idea how good they were. I just knew that Whitney Young was one of the top schools in Illinois for education, and that's what my dad told me. So I came up here to talk to the basketball coach because I knew that would be a good way to get me into the school because it's a selectman enrollment school. And it turned out that year they also won state, so it was just a win-win.
Then we had an opportunity to see him play for the first time. It was just really kind of like, this is absolutely amazing that a young man at such a very early age is as skilled as he was. And nothing has changed about the amazement of his abilities from then to now. He continues to amaze you as you see him play, and clearly myself.
Jahlil hates to lose. He hates to lose in practice, in horse, in anything. He's out there to compete day in and day out.
Jahlil's competitiveness and ever-improving game have given him a chance to play internationally, as he had an impressive 2012 with the USA Under-17 team. He was named MVP of the FIBA World Championships as he led Team USA to a gold medal.
It was amazing. That's something I've been always wanting to do. I thought about it every day the second I found out I had an opportunity to play for them. And then just when you're overseas, you just get so close with the other 11 guys on that team, and you get so close with the coaches. And then, the competition is really different.
And once he made the team, his shoulders was a little bit broader. His head was a little bit higher. And I could see it like instantly, like, man, he just grew up, because I know how hard it was for him. And I know how hard those trials were for him. The USA team is it helped him. It put him on a different level.
Several NBA players have come from the Chicago area, including Kevin Garnett, Dwayne Wade, and top overall picks Derrick Rose and Anthony Davis. If Jahlil Okafor continues to improve at the rate he has, he could one day be mentioned among the all-time greats to have played in the Windy City.
The history of Chicago basketball is daunting. You've had players of many decades and many eras that have done great things in the NBA. But from my standpoint, I would say that Jahlil has arguably an opportunity at the end of his 4 years of high school basketball to be ranked there in the top 3-4 players in our state, clearly as a high school basketball player, and potentially by the time he's done playing basketball in totality, we will have an opportunity to debate whether or not he's one of the greatest players to ever play basketball, not only in Chicago, but potentially in the United States of America.